Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Transport Fever 2. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back here in our European series, and we're overlooking the Woodstock Pier bus station. That's right, Pier bus station, and you see all those reds. I usually have those disabled before you guys even start watching, so sorry about that. But last episode, just to give you guys a little bit of a recap, last episode we decided to rework Woodstock completely. Not just in a sense where we reworked the station. We didn't touch the station at all. What we did touch is we touched everything as far as the bus lines that we had going on, and we added in the start of a new train line right over here. Plus, we also added a pier for port access. Kind of makes sense. Woodstock Pier. Now, this pier station hooks up directly with the Woodstock main station. Now, before I actually continue, I'm going to go and disable the costs tab because I don't need those active. And we have reworked our entire bus network. So I'm going to show you guys it real quick here. Our bus network is kind of like so. So we got 3 different local services. We got the local line, which kind of loops around in this area right next to the goods factory, and then just goes around into a circle right past the pier. It just connects over to the central station though. Then you got the industrial line, which does connect over to our train station, but it also connects over to the industrial side of the city. This one I anticipate to get the least amount of traffic between the 3 lines. Then we got Woodstock 3, which is, in this case, going around residential pretty much. Also, what are you doing? Oh, I forgot. I think that I had forgot to add a stop in. So I think it's, yeah, so after stop 12, it's supposed to be Highfield Road again. So yeah, there we go. That was the only mistake that we ended up making. I remember watching the episode back and I reminded myself that I had to do that, but I totally forgot. Yeah, I didn't actually remember until I looked closer at that. So we got a lot going on here. Now, something that I checked right before we started, or right before I started recording, is I came over here to our construction area. Big deal. We came over here plenty of times in the past. We got so much piling up over here. We got 208 units all needing to go to Woodstock. I think that means we might need to get some more trains for that line specifically. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go and take a look at our Woodstock line over here. Let's see here, Woodstock CM, that's what it is. We got 2 different trains and they're both mediocre condition. In terms of speed-wise, maintenance, they're normal. Speed-wise, they are mediocre. Power rating, top speed, 80 kilometers per hour. So we definitely need to go and get them upgraded a bit. Let's see here. This is going to be very frugal of me, but I kind of want to put the Scotsman on there. Just because the Scotsman really does have the horsepower that we need. Or the power itself and the tractive effort. It is a little bit more than what we got with the A35s and these right here. But then we also got these electrics that we can use right here. So something that I'm also considering is I should consider using the crocodiles for their intended purpose as a long distance freight train or a heavy freight train. So I'm strongly considering using the crocodile, but I also want to use the Flying Scotsman in some way. I think I might use them in the form of a passenger service, but haven't decided which passenger service I would use that for. So we're going to go ahead and add a crocodile onto this, and I think that, yeah, we'll go ahead and go with the crocodiles for these just because it's going to make the most sense. We're still going to be limited to 80 kilometers per hour, but we're going to be limited to 75 because of the crocodile. We want to get at least 10 of these on there. So that's 80 right there. So that's a 10 units, 10 cars. Let's go ahead and get like 2 more. So 12 cars. Perfect. But that does mean we need to have 14 million to make these replacements. I think I'm going to do that right now. So we do have a loan currently out at the moment, but I am just going to go ahead and take out the money necessary. And just go up to 27.5. Autosave. There we go. Get it up to 27.5 mil. Perfect. replace those, and I want to get another train on there. Not enough money. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 4 million. That is definitely not enough money. So we're just going to go ahead and see how this one deals with this loadout right here. It does reach the end of the platform, so thankfully that does actually work really well. And that does take a good majority of the load off there. So we're going to let that run for a minute and let it do its things. I think that's also for the CM. Yeah, okay. So you're going to get over onto that track, and then you're going to come over down here. Perfect. Well, let's head up this way to the actual T-junction. And you can see that I haven't really worked on any of the signals. I really don't want to do that on camera because, frankly, signal work isn't the most entertaining. What is the most entertaining is figuring out the new line that we got going on here. I want to get a new line that connects Emsworth, Rugby, and Wood Green to our actual rail service. Now, Wood Green currently has a form of rail service, but it's more of a tram service currently. Like, how old are these trams? Like, I don't even remember. They are 12 years old, and they got 2 years remaining of their lifespan. They're not that bad. Like, I give them credit. They have been running for a long time now. The Wood Green trams have been running forever and a day. Now, ICB service, most likely those are going to go out of style, you could call it, pretty soon. I just don't know when that will be. Now, eventually, this line that will connect all these towns up together will go past Wood Green and go over to here to Hale. I think that's how you pronounce it. If anyone that actually lives in the city or lives nearby it is watching, which I doubt you are, please let me know what the proper pronunciation is, because I would really like to know. So, then, I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and wrap this line coming close enough to the point where we'll be able to get a station in, like, over here. Have it come across the river, and then have it connect over to a station in Rugby. Maybe have it be, like, right here, or maybe over in this area. Then have it cross the river again, and this time it's going to need to come down this way and connect over to Wood Green. And I want to connect it over to where it can be expanded off in this direction, which I want to take a look at this mountain here. I'll need to take a look at the contour lines. Aha, okay. So not what I thought was the case, but I guess that's perfectly fine. So what's happening here is that we got a large uphill at around this section right here. So it would be best suited to kind of have the station be... It's kind of weird how they're actually measuring the terrain based off the actual buildings as well. I kind of think that the best spot would be over here. I think. Not 100% certain on that, but I think that is the best spot currently. And we'll just have to wrap it down this hill sort of thing and get it over to Rugby. But, of course, that is a long-term project. So let's first go and get the station area of Emsworth sorted. So Emsworth is going to be kind of special because I want to redevelop Emsworth. Now, because of the fact that we're now in 1925, we also got a couple things unlocked for us. We got one-way roads unlocked and country roads unlocked. So you can see this right here. I want to take advantage of those. I want to take advantage of those for a tram line that I want to run in Emsworth. Now, the way we're going to run this trams line is I'm going to go into our roads tab here, and we're going to be using this bus and tram terminal. It's kind of like this loop station that you can go ahead and just have your vehicles go off of. So I'm going to have it be with the 40-meter electric tram. We're also going to have a bus stop in there as well, because I do want to have a bus service running around Emsworth that will connect over to this station. Now, I want to have this come to be about, let's say, right there, I'd say. Could I use the loop station instead? Maybe. That's going to create electrics on the entire stretch, and I don't want it on this entire stretch. So, potentially. No, I'm going to use this one. This one's going to be my go-to right here. So let's go ahead and bring you out to be about right here. And then we're going to build up a couple streets that will be kind of like our guideway here. First off, bring this straight on out because we kind of need to do that first. And then go and connect you with a curved bit of road. Not really the best bit of curve, but I am going to go ahead and disconnect this a little bit. And just go ahead and connect you like so. Okay, that's going to connect that. Now, this bit of road right here, I want to have it connect. I don't want it to be with trams, so I kind of want it to be like right around here. That kind of reestablishes the connection, which I think that's perfectly fine. It's not the best option, but eventually we'll make something else work with it. Now let's go ahead and get our station in place here. The station, we're not going to use the NL passenger station like we did for the pier. But what we are going to use is we are going to use a regular passenger station. This is going to be a 2-platform station, and it is just going to be a 160-meter long length station. Actually, is that the length that I have for this one? I think it's 120. Yeah, it's 120 meters, so that was my mistake. I wanted these trains to be a bit smaller in terms of length-wise, but in terms of actual like service-wise, I want them to be a bit more frequent. I think like right around here. The thing is, I want it to be able to connect over to this right here. Maybe right there? Because it's supposed to primarily connect to the bus and trams. So I think having it connect right here is going to be our best option. I think that this should not connect to anything over here. No, it does not. So that is perfect. So what we are going to do is we are going to bring over our tracks here. And I want to bring it over at about 60, since this is like the approach into the station. We don't really need to have it going any faster than that. And we're going to have it come to a dead straight right here. And over at this point is where we're going to have our depot. Now, we do also have a depot right here. I don't want to use that same depot, though, which, to be honest, I kind of want to get rid of this depot. So let's go and do that real quick. And to be honest, let's just go and get rid of that as well. If I want to go and get rid of those, replace those vehicles or anything like that, or add new vehicles, then I'll just put a depot somewhere else. So let's go ahead and get a depot right around here, and I want it to be butting up against the track, sorta. So kind of have it be right there. That I think is close enough, and it's going to be the closest we can get it. So let's go ahead and extend our track here to approach on at 50. Then after allowing it to turn, which this right here is going to be a bit of a difficult nuisance. Having it go under this bridge right here is definitely going to become a nuisance. Because we are going to have to do some finagling with this. $58. Not really what I want. 60 is fine because it is the approach. And 83, that's fine. Now I know that with the other side of the tracks, I wasn't really concerned about speed because we actually had space for speed. This entire stretch right here is a dead straight, pretty much. Except for right around here where it's a 75 speed. So what we can do is we can connect you up. 74 is that. I think that should be fine. I don't see any issues with that. So let's go and bring you all the way around. And that connects up the two stations right there. Now, I do want to make a slight adjustment with Emsworth. Oh, Emsworth actually has... Oh, because this station is considered Emsworth. Okay, well, that's going to be changing. Yeah, this is going to become the Emsworth station. And this is going to become Emsworth BNT station. Bus and tram. Pretty easy. So then what we need to do is I want to go and configure our station here. And I want to get rid of the platforms on the end. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of the platforms, or the, not platforms, but the covers on either end. And then what we are going to want to get set up is a bridge that comes across here. Now, I know that the length of this bridge has to be really long because we need to have it, like, come all the way out over to here. So I need to actually bring this stretch of track out here first and have it come up a little bit to an incline. You can see that it's going to be coming up. And I want it to go right before it becomes a bridge. Yeah, right there. Okay. Then I want you to come down and connect over to there. Okay, so that's going to be the approach onto the bridge. Now, the bridge itself is not going to stay at a continuous incline slope. What it is going to do is it's going to come down this way and come over to the station, most likely over here, just because it's going to be a little bit of a better connection. At least a better connection for me to go ahead and get this place set up with a proper loop system. So let's go ahead and look into that. Let's go ahead and get you right there. Now, I do need to worry about this bridge right here. I want to get it up enough where it can go and do that, where it will allow for bypass traffic on the waters. So then what we do need is I do need to go and get this set up for a level crossing. I think you... Ooh, that's not good. I can actually shuffle this back a little bit. And 90, 120. Yeah, that's pretty much max speed that it can go. And then just have you... Okay, I got that to connected to the wrong side. My bad. Yeah, but what a bonehead move of me. Let's go and bring you over here then. Okay, so there is that. Now, rugby is set up in a really weird way. It's set up in a way where it's supposed to be kind of like, it's supposed to be in like a circular fashion. So you guys can kind of see how like we got different sectors forming or something like that. And I kind of need to adhere to that a little bit. So because there is kind of like this main road right here, or this medium-sized road, I kind of want to make this be where the station is at. Get rid of that road right there. And then have it come straight out and use a medium road. Now we should be able to just get it straight. Oh, because it's not the same road type, it's not going to classify it as... Well, actually, no, it is. It's the same road type, it's just that it's not the same road coloring. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just go ahead and upgrade this road system over here. Do that for the time being. I'll let the AI do the rest. And then let's go ahead and get another station like right over here. Let's not get any... I can't go ahead and place it without the actual canopy, which kind of sucks. Oh, I think I can with the common... roofing, no. Does that change it on here? No, it does not. Okay, so... Nope, I didn't want it to be that then. $120? Oh, that's because it uses that bar right there instead. Which is kind of weird. Catenary, outer left module, platform. Stair only, building type. I kind of want it to be a medium. Have it be a medium. Position, side, or head? I want it to be on the side. Okay, let's have it be right there. Now, because it's a medium station, I want to also upgrade the passenger building itself to kind of make it look a little bit more impressive. Yeah, Upper Rugby, which is actually going to get renamed to Rugby itself. Nothing else. Now, where's the actual other Rugby station? Like, is it referring to this? Lower Rugby, Rugby Transfer. I don't know what it's referring to. Surely it's not referring to this. No, it's not. I don't know what it's referring to. Lower Rugby. It's being weird. I don't know. No one knows. Okay. Let's go and extend our track out here. And just have it come out this way. I could have it just come out at 60, but I kind of want to keep it in a stretch right here. Plus, because of the fact that it's coming all the way out this way, we want to have it curve as much as possible. 90 is what it can get down to the least right there. I think that's perfectly fine, but I think I want to bring it down to about 100. Yeah, have it go down to right there, but I'm going to bring it down to 110. So there's that. And what can you do there? 104, that's not bad. If I go ahead and get rid of that bit of track right there, for one, I actually need to go ahead and have like a freight yard right here because this connects over to the tools factory. Okay, that's actually giving me some ideas. Let's go ahead and see here. I want freight yard. We want 2 platforms. I actually want just 1, actually. Main building. None. No, I want concrete. For that. Cargo spawn location. Ground. And then catenary. We'll keep that on. But then we want you to only be about like 120 meters. Yeah. In fact, actually, no main building. Because that means I can just do this. And I think, yeah, so I can just go and connect it like that. And it connects over to this station right here. Perfect. Okay. And it just acts like a little freight yard. So what I want to have is also some tracks that are off to the side of it. Not like that. And just have it do this. Pretty easy, right? I think I might have to adjust this ever so slightly though, but I think that should be fine. It's not going to be a big deal. Let's go and bring you. Ooh, okay, let's go ahead and you come like right here. $85. Ooh, that's not really that good. $100. You could go right there and you're still at highest speed. And then you... that drops it by a bit. 120. That's actually pretty good. Let's keep it at that. Okay. Then we're just going to bring you onto the main track right here. And then there we go. Pretty easy, I'd say. Now we do need to also consider this, which is going to be interesting to play around with. Let's go and see here. I can get you in at 60, which is fine. Now this, I need to double back. Just go ahead and bring you up a little bit. And then just go ahead and bring you like right here. Now that's going to be accessible from both sides, which I'm not too worried about. So, yeah. We're not going to worry about it too much. So, gut it that back a little bit more. Ooh, wrong eye. 87. I think I'm fine with 87, just because we don't really have vehicles that can sustain that speed this close to a station. And I think that's perfectly fine. Like, the station's going to be mostly used for transporting cargo to most likely Wood Green, because that's where I would want to transport that cargo to, using that station. Now, we already have it connected over to Emsworth to drop off goods, so I don't need it to go over there. We don't need it to go over to Rugby, so yeah, it's the only option that we got right there is Wood Green. Which, speaking of Wood Green, I think we will connect that, but not right now. I want to go ahead and take a look at one other thing. So, the last thing that I want to get looking at is finalizing Emsworth in terms of its actual transit it's going to have. So, the transit that it's going to have, let's go ahead and get this upgraded here, shall we? Let's go ahead and get the tram to come along the center line here, or center divide, however you want to call it. And then let's go ahead and get a medium street to have you loop around like this. There we go. Easy peasy, I'd say. Now let's go and get a, let's see, a tram depot. And I kind of want to put it over here, maybe? Maybe like right there. Right around. Go ahead and put it like right there. Just because I think that looks the best in terms of a spot for it. Now let's go ahead and get a couple stops in place. I think having one right here would be really useful because that's going to be useful for trams and buses. Having one all the way over here on the end is going to be really useful. And I think having one over here, I'd say. Because this one is right in front of a hotel. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it right there. And then that will be the longest distance between stops. But that should be fine. That should not cause any issues. But let's go ahead and get a new line created. We're going to have it comes from the Emsworth Bus and Tram Station and into the actual network itself. Now, it's currently not actually showing us the line. There we go. Now it is. So, yeah, it is working perfectly fine. You're actually going to be connecting over at Platform 1 because that's the actual platform that has electricity or electric tracks. So let's go ahead and get our trams, which we're going to only get, I think, 2 of them. 2 of them to start off. And then go ahead and take them onto line 1, which now we just got to go and get that line renamed. Renames it to Emsworth or EMS Tram, I think is what I have it called. Emsworth. EMW. Okay. EMW or EMW. Okay, the trams are going to come out of that depot and make their way over to their first station. That one's going to go over to that station. This one should go this way. Yes, perfect. I'm going to keep these up for a moment so that way we can go and see their progress on the lines. Okay. Let's see how these lines are doing over here. We still got a lot of people wrapped up over here at Highfield, which that's a result of the industrial and residential lines being inadequate for services. And the same thing for Station Road, because that's just way too fulfilled. Let's see here. Tram 3. Yep. So let's go ahead and let you go a little bit faster. I'm going to let you pause there over at that point because I want you to get over to Park Lane first. Get these manually spaced out now before I have to worry about them later. And then we'll go ahead and focus a bit on the vehicles that we need to put on the industrial and residential line in Woodstock. And I think, yeah, go ahead. There you go. That's our tram line sorted out. They will keep that going. I do want to also expand this cargo station here, because I want to have these trucks come a bit further into the station itself, so that way it's not backing out onto the road, because we got buses coming down here now. Now, how many passengers do we got waiting here? We got people waiting on the industrial line and on the residential line. So let's go ahead and increase the services on that. So just by getting out our handy dandy little tool here, we're just going to go ahead and find the line. So we need to go to the residential line. Let's go ahead and get 4 vehicles up on there. And let's go ahead and do the same over here. Actually, let's go do 5 on that line. And that should be all that we need. Oh, wait. I messed up, I think. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't mess up. Those vehicles are all coming over here, which I should just go ahead and manually tell these guys. You're going to go that way. You're going to go that way. Okay. Now we do have cargo buses, cargo that is coming into this area. Now I should go ahead and expand the Woodstock South area because that's connecting over to our steel mill. And yeah, I definitely do need to consider expanding it because yeah, we don't really have that much in terms of capacity. But I can go ahead and upgrade this street here. Not yet because I'm in negative money right now. Okay, that didn't take too long. Oh, we don't need the tram tracks. I don't. Sorry. In fact, what I could do, configure this station a bit. Let me go ahead and... Ooh, that's gonna... Yeah, that's not too much. And I want to get street access here. That's going out. I want this one coming in. And let's go and mess around with one-way roads here. Let's get you coming along. And I want to bring you off this way. Oh, I'm 1.1 in debt. Okay. Game. Okay, I have a lot of resources coming in right now, so I should be relatively fine. Anytime today. There we go. Or not. Okay, I need to take a look back at the finances and figure out what's going on with that. Because there's no way that's going down so quickly, and it's not because of what we've just built. So I definitely need to take a look at that a bit further. But what I'm just going to do, just for the meantime, is I'm going to pause the game. And I'm just going to go ahead and get a road going along right here. Have it connect over to our station here. And this is going to connect over like this, but we are going to reverse that. And then we are going to want that right there, and we want this to be an out going there. And we are going to want what right here? We are going to want country road. At least that, I think. Yep. Let's go ahead and let that run. Now we should also go and see terminals are going to get reassigned. I want steel to come in on terminal 3. I want iron to come in on Terminal 2. And I want coal to come in on Terminal 1. That way I can go in and get rid of this module right here. Yep, and now all those vehicles are coming in on this side, which is what I want. Okay, autosave real quick. There we go. And these should be able to go quick enough to the point where they are going to be able to go easily out of the station and not have to worry about so much traffic. There we go. In fact, what I could do is I could go and create a road that comes off here. That's a one-way road. Why is it not connecting? And I could just go ahead and like do a small bridge sort of deal and have it connect over to here. So like do something like this. And the bridge actually would work right there. Or maybe even doing a tunnel. Could I do a tunnel there? No, I couldn't. But doing a bridge actually works pretty nicely. And what I can do, get a waypoint involved to have it come down that way. That way it's not crossing over the road. But this bit right here, let's see here. Go ahead and bring you. Nope. It's kind of like messing around with highways in City Skylines sort of deal. And let's go ahead and mess around with the buses. Okay, so this green line right here, this is the coal line. So before it comes into Woodstock North, I need you to go over by this waypoint right here. And there we go. The other two lines, which is the iron, goes right there. And then the steel, we want you to go from right there, go right there. So there's that. That means the coal line isn't going to cross over for traffic-wise. Your coal. Yeah, so coal is just going to immediately bypass this exit and just go straight across. So the only line that should be using this is the coal line. Why did you use that turn instead? I guess it was just on preset routing or something like that. Now let's see here. I think the next vehicle, which should be you. Yes, okay. I'm going to follow this vehicle real quick here. I'm going to run on 3 times speed for a moment just to see where it's going to go. Is it going to go onto the overpass or is it going to go directly across? That's what I really want to find out right now. Okay, so here's the overpass exit. No, it does not use overpass. Why is it not using the overpass? Huh, okay. Maybe it finds that this side is shorter? Now, you are actually using it. And I think all the vehicles right behind you will as well. This is just to make things a little bit more efficient and get cars coming through here at a bit quicker of a pace. So I think that's perfectly fine right now. I'm also going to end off just by getting our loan paid down a little bit. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think even though we're in negative money right now, I think we're pretty good for the moment. We got good progress going on. We got our line all the way extended up to Rugby, the new line that came from the pier. So it's got all the way over to Emsworth, then it's going to head over to Rugby, and then the final stretch will take it over to Wood Green. Well, final stretch will be taking it over to Hale, but the next stretch we'll focus on would be over to Wood Green. But if you guys want to see that, make sure you go and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you guys for the next episode. Ciao for now.